Hey, welcome to another episode of Shine Like a North Star. My name is Kerri Burchill, and I have the privilege of sharing with you some just-in-time leadership tips that are going to help you move forward in the work that you're doing. So today's work really comes from some leadership consulting that I've done this last week, so hot off the press, helping leaders think through how to get more buy-in. So I've been doing some research around buy-in. You can also think of buy-in like engagement or their kind of give a crap factor, right? What's going to have them hook to do the work? In a 2023 Gallup assessment recently, they were talking about like 35% of employees internationally with engagement levels. Just wow. Super low. Asia, I think, was 7% engagement in 2021, right? So this is not a new area of study or anything that we're surveying. Like, it's been tough. And ironically, the engagement has actually improved during and post COVID than it was in like 2017, for example, before COVID hit. So just some interesting insights about how tough engagement is. And so when we think about hooking people to do the work, what does that look like in terms of buy-in? So I want to share some simple strategies with you today that you might find equally valuable. So using the GE model of change, there's sort of 3 steps of change that I find my clients and organizations miss all the time. So the first thing is creating a shared need. Like, why does this change need to happen? We kind of skip over that because we dive into the change right away. The second part is a shared vision. Okay, so I get something needs to change. What's the vision of that change? Like, we do all this hard work of changing. I bought in, I see there's a need for it, but what's it going to be like on the other side, right? What's the vision of how this is going to go down, play out, the rewards that it gives me? And then the third step that I just see people missing consistently is then mobilizing commitment. So we're going to do the change. You see there's a need for it. There's commitment around it, right? We have this vision. And then how do I sort of hook in to do the work? How do we mobilize that commitment, right? People have the shared need, shared vision, great. How do I get them to move it forward? So those are the pieces that I see in my consulting work that organizations often miss. So another way to kind of think through how to help with those shared need, shared vision, and mobilize commitment is to think through this very simple formula of problem, solution, results. It's very easy to have problem identifiers, right? People that create problems all the time and invariably try to put the problem on your desk, right? They are exhibiting asshole behavior, right? They identify problems and they want other people to solve them. They're asking you to solve their problem. And as a leader, you fall in then to their asking you to do it trap, which I call the asshole trap. So we want to slow down and help people think through, okay, there's a problem. Awesome. I love that you're engaging the problem. You're identifying it. You care. Great. Give me more of that behavior, please. Let's slow down and think through what a solution could be. And then what are the wins if we actually implement a solution, right? Because people, I find when we frame this work around change management and even engaging people to buy in when they might feel a little fatigued, tired, the eco pandemic is, alive and healthy. They're just sometimes not, the energy just doesn't seem upfront to do that work. And when we sort of engage people in doing work, they invariably talk about a problem or the results of what we want to have happen and maybe skip solution. Or they talk about the solution and the results, but they skip the problem. Like, invariably, and I find it in my own work too, in my marketing and consulting with other organizations, I need to slow down and make sure I've done like the trifecta of problem, solution, and results. So really think about how you frame up opportunities, because the opportunity is obviously intended to get at a problem. And then we have a solution, right? Something's going to address that problem, but really emphasizing the results. And sometimes you can look at that backwards and engage people with the results, right? The shiny object on the other side. If we get these results, oh my goodness, that means we're going to have to do this work on the solution. But gosh, think of the problem that it solves. So that's just some nice work to think about. Donald Miller presents that problem solution results framework in his book called Marketing Made Simple. Whoops, let me just reach it here for you. And he talks about it in a variety of different ways, not necessarily how I framed it, but the framework is his to own and love for sure. So think about leadership development work, the culture work that you're doing in your organizations. What is the problem, solution, and results? And really, how are you queuing up the shared need, shared vision, and mobilizing commitment? So as you think through your leadership, I'd love to be a part of helping you support that work. I meet with leaders all the time, just having coffee chats, slowing down to go fast together, obviously complimentary. So let's reach out. Find me on my website, check out what I do. I'd love to support you and just slow down, because when I help you slow down, I slow down. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's be in touch.